What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we got this video. It's called Smoking and Sunscreen in Australia. We were wrong. Corrected information. So it's got to do with smoking and sunscreen. And these guys are here talking. This channel is, what is this channel? Living Phase. Original video will be in the description below, so check them out as well. But let's watch this first. Let's see what we got, guys. Let's get it.
Australia, we're sorry. We owe an apology to an entire continent.
Welcome to Living Phase 2.
Living Phase 2.
Striving to live life to the fullest.
And we're living that full life aboard Royal Caribbean's 9-month ultimate world cruise on Serenade of the Seas.
Yes, we are.
Well, friends, as we said in the intro, we want to actually just make a couple of corrections.
Okay.
We've been doing YouTube now for 2 years, so I guess having two things
Same
we've
with
said.
me. I've been doing for 2 years, probably.
Wrong is not too bad, but the worst part is they both involve Australia, and we just finished 2 days in New Zealand and 5 days in Australia, and we absolutely loved
Yes.
both countries. We did, but we learned some things that we had said in a couple of previous videos that we want to correct.
Right,
Well,
and-
the first.
Right. Well, and friends, it is extremely important for us to be accurate and not give out any false information. So I'm so sorry that we did.
Yeah,
But
well, and in fact, that's probably a good thing because we've had some people leave us comments that pointed this out. That let us know if we gave some incorrect information. So,
Yes.
as we always say,
I get these sort of comments as well, but I don't really create the videos. I react to them. So, yeah, getting wrong information does suck sometimes, but what can we do?
we always say
That's
like,
why we try to look for the best videos.
subscribe and turn on those notifications, but we do also say, please, if you see anything on our videos that you have better information or want to leave us a comment, of course, kindly, leave us a comment and let us know if we ever do get anything
And
wrong.
we read each and every one of your comments.
We
So-
do. So go ahead.
Well, the first is on smoking. So we were
Smoking.
under the impression that smoking was not allowed anywhere, indoors or outdoors, on a cruise ship in the Australian waters. That is incorrect. That smoking is
Okay.
not allowed inside a cruise ship at all in Australia, but outside on a cruise ship is fine. So inside, when you're talking the casino where smoking is typically allowed on many cruise ships, you cannot smoke in the casino.
Okay, I think this is probably mainly like common sense. Like, it won't be right, like smoking inside, because there's people that don't smoke, and it probably affects them if like the person sitting right next to them is smoking or whatever. But in casinos, most casinos do allow smoking inside. I do know that. But anyways, let's continue.
However, outside, in their designated smoking areas, you can. Now,
Okay, you can see the ashtrays there as well. So okay.
that said, as we were crossing the Tasmanian
A
Sea,
few more ashtrays here. These are ashtrays, right? If I'm not mistaken, probably.
we had some pretty rough weather.
Rain and
and
storms.
Right, and so for safety reasons, they actually closed off outside access to us. They didn't. So it might have been difficult for the smokers because they couldn't get outside to the smoking areas, and then they couldn't smoke inside. So anyway, that's really the correction we needed to make.
Right. I did think it was
At least they made the correction video, right? That's pretty good. I haven't watched the other video they're talking about, but at least we're getting the corrected information here.
interesting. We were talking to the captain at one point, and we actually were asking on a Radiance class ship, we're on Serenade of the Seas, the solarium, the all adult area, has a roof that opens up, and it can open. Well, we haven't, I think we
Wow.
saw him open it one day, and we asked him, hey, on a nice day, could we open the solarium roof? And he said, well, we can, but we can't in Australia. And he said, because we have live plants in the solarium.
fact.
Just a
Okay.
little,
Yeah.
interesting fact. So that way, no pollen, no potential insects, anything would be released from the solarium. So
Right.
I did think that was interesting.
Yes.
That
That is interesting, actually. Wow. Okay, nice to
We
know.
can't open our solarium roof because of the live plants that it would expose to Australia at that point. So not saying anything incorrect, but just thought it was an interesting fun fact.
All right. Well, let's get to our second mistake that
Correction,
we
yeah.
have. Yeah, our second correction that we need to talk about.
Right. Well, we did a video on reef safe sunscreen because it is becoming more and more prevalent and more important that you use the proper sunscreens. Not
Sunscreen. I had a bad experience like 2-3 days ago. I literally went fishing. My whole face got burnt. I don't know if you can see it now, but my hands as well got a bit red. You can't really see it now. And at the moment, I don't know if you can see that, but my skin is peeling off. Right this second, my skin is peeling off. So sunscreen, that's the thing I did not use. Don't get burned when traveling. Yeah, good point. I need to watch this video pretty well.
not just to protect yourself, but to protect the environment.
Right.
Well, one of the things we had done research on, and we had actually gotten comments from people that said, hey, you need to know this, was that this is the incorrect statement, so we'll repeat it, that you can only buy over-the-counter sunscreens that are labeled as SPF 15 or less in Australia. If you want to get sunscreen that's SPF 15 or more, you have to have a prescription. And what we had been told is the sunscreen manufacturers that if you buy a sunscreen in Australia that's SPF 15, it probably is SPF 30 or 50 or something, but they only label it 15 so you don't have to get a prescription.
This was our incorrect information.
That's right. So that is not correct. That was actually an old law in Australia, but that hasn't been around for quite some time. When we were in Airlie Beach, Australia recently, we thought, let's check this out. We went to a pharmacy and the pharmacy technician was there and she was wonderful. And I asked her some questions. She showed us the sunscreen and sure enough, there's SPF 30, SPF 50 sunscreen. And in fact, their cost for the sunscreen was actually less expensive on average than we would pay in the US. So very affordable, and you can get the different SPF ratings, which you want to use at least a 30 is what is recommended.
Okay.
And you can buy those right there over the counter in Australia. So no issues there at all. So again, we just want to say we're sorry, Australia. We had some incorrect information. There happened to be two things that were incorrect. But that is very important because Australia and New Zealand both have very high skin cancer rates. So it is important to use that sunscreen, to buy that.
You don't really realize, but you need to apply sunscreen. I mean, as mentioned, you could get skin cancer, which is, I don't know, you wouldn't like that. Not really nice. So you need to protect your skin. That's something I did not do. I need to, from now on, use sunscreen when I go out.
Sunscreen, and don't be worried that you can't get a particular SPF there. So, well, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to give you a little bit of correction there to a couple of videos. We'll actually link to those videos so you can take a look at them. And now you have the as Paul Harvey would have said, the rest of the story for those videos.
That's right.
Well, thank you very much, and we appreciate you watching as always.
Have a beautiful day. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
So, that was actually a really interesting video. So, smoking and sunscreen. So there you go. What do you think about that information? Is it the correct information this time? Let me know. It feels pretty correct in my opinion. But yeah. Let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments below. Hope you will enjoy it, and we'll be seeing you on the next video. That's it for today. Take care and peace out.